everybody, it's Some Jerk with a Camera here with Charlie, and driving is Haley.
Hello.
I do not have my seatbelt on. This is extremely dangerous. We're gonna try something a little different today. This is a new vlog series called Some Jerk Visits. It seems like whenever I've done a show before, it's always been on Disney or Universal and not much of all the other myriad of theme parks out there. And the reason for that is I just don't go to other theme parks besides Disney and Universal that often. So this is my attempt to change that. In each episode of Some Jerk Visits, I will visit a theme park I either haven't been to in a long, long time or haven't been to ever. No script, no shot list, none of that, just off the cuff, vloggy type stuff. And we are beginning today with a visit to Knott's Berry Farm! Woo! Yay! I know I went to Knott's Berry Farm when I was a little kid, but I don't remember it all that well, and it just in the 8 years now that I've been living in LA, it always seemed like, well, if I'm gonna drive all the way down to Orange County, I may as well drive the 5 additional minutes to Disneyland.
Yeah.
So I just never bothered going until today, so let's make a vlog of it, guys!
Yay!
Vlog!
Now, we have been to Knott's Berry Farm.
Yes, we have.
Recently.
I do have distinct memories of riding things like Kingdom of the Dinosaurs, which is no longer there, the train, which is still there, and the Calico Mine train, which I was utterly terrified of as a child.
And this is all Greek to me, so these guys will be the alphas for me, my guides through through the wilds of Knott's Berry Farm.
We're the captains now.
Yes, you are. Located in beautiful Buena Park, California, Knott's Berry Farm originated in 1920 as, oddly enough, a berry farm founded by Walter and Cordelia Knott. Originally called Knott's Berry Place, this humble roadside stand sold berries, pies, and preserves, and is widely known as the first to popularize the boysenberry, which Walter Knott named after its original grower, Rudolph Boysen. Buoyed by the boysenberry's popularity, they expanded to include a chicken restaurant in 1934 and a ghost town tourist trap in 1941. In 1947, the name was changed to Knott's Berry Farm, and over the next decade or so, Knott slowly but surely expanded it into his own amusement park. Then after Disneyland opened a mere 7 miles away, Knott stepped up its game and in 1960 opened the Calico Mine Ride, one of the biggest, most immersive dark rides ever built at that point, and a huge inspiration for such Disneyland classics as Pirates of the Caribbean and, of course, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. In 1969, the Timber Mountain Log Ride opened, predating Splash Mountain by about 2 decades. In 1973, they held the first Not Scary Farm Halloween event, which continues to run every year. In 1976, they added the iconic Sky Cabin, which has attracted its fair share of controversy, and in 1983, they opened the kiddie area Camp Snoopy, beginning Knott's long association with Charles Schultz's Peanuts characters.
Take your kids to Knott's, or never see their faces again.
And of course, in 1984, this happened.
Well, guys, here we are, Knott's Berry Farm. How about those zany funsters from ABC having their Saturday morning preview special right here at this happening fun park? Oh, I can hardly wait to go on all those cool rides.
Yeah, Mr. Al. Saturday morning is just like being at a fun park. And I can't wait to get a sneak peek of all those new shows tomorrow morning on ABC. What about you, Uncle Scooby?
Over the years, Knott's has opened dozens of thrill rides, including Montezuma's Revenge, Bigfoot Rapids, Jaguar, Ghost Rider, Accelerator, Pony Express, and Voyage to the Iron Reef. Today, the 160-acre park consists of 4 main areas: Ghost Town, the Boardwalk, Fiesta Village, and Camp Snoopy, and it remains world-renowned as the other Orange County theme park started by a guy named Walter. And in the summer of 2016, the Ghost Town area celebrated its 75th anniversary with Ghost Town Alive, where every day the citizens of Calico interacted with guests in an extended immersive story. This is what my friends and I were here to experience.
I've got 160 acres full of sunshine, got 160 million stars above.
Morgan, have you been to Knott's Berry Farm before?
I went to Knott's Berry Farm quite a lot when I was a little kid. I have fond memories of being the little kid at the back of the Huff and Puff who would push all the other little kids for not pushing as fast as I was.
Obviously, you've been...
I actually have a home in the park.
Of course you do. You know, America never forgets its first theme park. It was in the back seat of a Camaro. There were berries everywhere. He doesn't like to talk about it, but he loves to think about it. There's no crazy lines around the block. This is so novel. This isn't a novel, this is a theme park. Ain't no words there. 1885! It's alive! The town's a ghost, but it's alive! There's only one man who can help me. Where's Count Floyd?
This was the sort of kid I was. This was my favorite store in the entire place. Because it had rocks and fossils, and you could break open your own geode.
Could you drive the Geo home then?
Well, I couldn't. I was a kid.
Of course, there's always my way.
Kids' entertainment doesn't have nearly as many hangings anymore.
Nah, sadly Lynch deficient.
I blame Tumblr.
You know, kids, Jesus and God were the real cowboys.
Ah, one of them old-timey waterboarders. We got one of them old-timey ATMs. They run on tumbleweeds and dead Indians. The windmill, Doc! I'm just gonna make Back to the Future 3 references all day if that's all the same to everyone.
That's the whole reason the Old West was invented, was to make Back to the Future 3 references. Now you're telling me they used to use anvils for something other than dropping on coyotes?
Oh no, that's their primary function, young man. In fact, I am convinced that anvils were invented specifically for exterminating vermin. It just so happens they're handy for other things too.
You know, in retrospect, I'm disappointed that the song Wild Wild West by Will Smith didn't make a single blacksmith joke.
That's your one disappointment about
yes,
the Wild Wild.
That's my one disappointment about that whole franchise. Oh, bang went old Betsy.
Went old Betsy, my one and only Betsy.
Only a good guy with the train can stop a bad guy with a train.
Gallico is turning 75 years old today. Happy Founders Day.
Would you mind just going to see if I have any mail down at the post office?
Sure.
Right across the street, next to the general store. And my name is Miss Gertie, by the way.
We were wondering if Miss Gertie had any letters.
Miss Gertie? This is my first day here at the post office. I decided to take up a second job, actually a fifth job here in town.
The economy's hitting all of us.
Yes, it is.
Pledge to the Some Jerk with a Camera Patreon.
Oh boy, the Undertaker.
No one's ever said that before. Oh boy, the Undertaker.
Welcome to the good town of Calico, my newest citizens. If y'all need anything at all today, you know where to find us.
Now, when I was here on the opening day, it was that same actress in the town hall, but she was playing the mayor's wife, and there was another actor playing the mayor. So I think they might have like actors committing to their characters, and then just depending on who's available.
Oh, this is all real. It's all, we are really into Ghost Town, in the Old West.
Didn't you have an entire season finale debunking that?
How dare you question my continuity, sir? Fisticuffs with you now. Shall we journey into the old schoolhouse?
The old schoolhouse.
We're all wastrels in need of some book learning, if you don't mind.
Really? Well, which books did you want to learn about?
We're not picky, we can't read, so...
Grad School 101, you know.
So you see those four symbols right there. You have your Macron, your Brave, Tilde, and Cadeau. Now, of course, if you have this word, that would make the sound, so you wouldn't go buble. Double B's. You're not going to pronounce B twice. You won't go bubble. That would just be silly.
Of course not.
But the reason why they do double B, you're in a terrible situation where you need to talk really, really fast. It keeps you happy.
Got it. It's all witchcraft. Don't listen to any. Of course, what's a theme park without a gun shop? So let's take advantage of our Second Amendment rights here. So you got knives, you got guns, you got lighters.
There's a brothel down the street.
This is just a big old destruction store. It's what's.
My father does carry a machete.
Well, that's
Of course he
useful
does.
for things like
You never know when you
He's
need
from
it.
Mississippi.
Well, he's from Alabama.
Well, that's even worse.
I know. Never know when you need one.
You never know when you might need to film a Robert Rodriguez movie all of a sudden.
Well, that's the thing about Rodriguez movies is they just appear spontaneously.
Oh yeah.
They're shot in 20 minutes in front of a green screen.
I did use it in a shoot once for a school project.
And they're like, this is fake, right? Sure.
If I just go around acting like a really crazy prospector that wants to rob the town dry, will they stop me?
Good question.
We don't know you, just in case. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. I don't know about you, but I was expecting that gun proprietor to be a lot more old-timey and character-y, but she was just kind of a disaffected clerk instead. What are you gonna do? She sells guns. She probably gets a lot of flack.
Alas.
And she has no way to defend herself.
You found a home at the Magic
So clearly, our fears about it being too crowded were very well founded. We were right to get here right as it started, so we didn't want anyone else to horn in on our adventure gaming.
Yep. Just Pat, you can't squeeze a razor blade in between the people here.
Yes, kids, if you couldn't get enough of the funeral procession from Frozen at the Hyperion, come down for the cemetery.
Come on down to the local cemetery where you can mourn the dead. And be a dead.
It's cool to have a big old roller coaster beam right here with all the dead people.
Well, I mean, that used to be the grave of Left Eye Jim, but he left his eye somewhere else.
He left his eye in the gym, I believe. Tombstones don't rhyme? What is this madness? Ah, crap. Haley's dead. Now we'll have to cremate her.
Zombie! We don't have to go on every errand they send us on, Nick.
Yes, we do, Dave. It's compulsive. That's what we do now, okay?
They're not keeping score. It's not
That's why you're losing.
Welcome to the Canada Pavilion here at World Showcase.
So what is Mystery Lodge?
It's a mystery.
I was trying to find my way to the harbor, but I couldn't see anything. The only visible light coming from the coast was the colorful halo from there.
So they clearly tried to sell this ride to the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk or something.
Exactly.
It's not even on Beach Boulevard.
No.
So we just rode Voyage to the Iron Reef.
Ursula's crazy sister!
You'll get to see my opinions on Voyage to the Iron Reef when the Blitz California comes out soon.
This new recipe for bugles isn't really winning me over.
Too bad, you gotta eat them anyway.
Nah.
They have steampunk stuff.
Yeah.
And hats.
You could not be douchier.
Thank you. Well, I could do it this way. This could be douchier. Oh! I can't do the other one. I can't get it off. Like,
See, now you just need to take these buttons and put them on your hat for no reason. And then you'll be doing steampunk right.
It keeps my hat buttoned. That's why I need buttons on my hat.
Exactly.
Without it, my hat would come unbuttoned.
I know. People don't get it.
Just what I can expect from a zombie survival kit.
Haley, you're a zombie, right? We established that earlier? Indeed, yes.
It's canon now. Why didn't they just call this Dr. Clue?
Better yet.
You want to drink Sally's brains?
Why is Sally even here?
Sally's Charlie Brown's sister. That's canon.
So grief is good now?
Grief is healing.
We do not eat, drink, walk, run, jump, or smoke with the captain in motion. Thank you and enjoy the ride.
It's always, those health nuts complaining about jumping. Soon you won't even be allowed to jump in bars anymore.
Unless you're my sister and you like to go out drinking with acrobats.
What I'm really afraid of is second-hand jumping. That's when someone else on the trampoline jumps and bounces you.
So that was the Look at Orange County ride.
Yep. It was surprisingly not orange. Worse than my trip to Greenland. We're about to ride the Calico Mine Company train thing, and there's some history behind this ride, is there not?
Yes, there is.
The designer of this ride invited his very good friend, Mr. Walter Elias Disney, to the park on opening day. And this queue area right here was filled to capacity. Wall was like, okay, that's not much of a wait. Gets in line, waits, and then goes up into the archway and rounds the corner and sees about an hour of line before him. And as soon as he gets off, he goes, "You something or other, I hate you, can I steal that idea?"
The line seems to be over, and I'm gonna start a multi-million-dollar empire around this.
Alright, this isn't fair. You got a cannon and all I got is a 6-shooter. How's that anywhere close to being fair? Well, you shoot him for it then.
Yeah, he's also got a cannon. A smaller one.
What? You guys are mean.
You are on the famed camera of the
famed
jerk with
jerk.
the camera. Yes, you are.
I see. So, are you here to do a Knott's Berry Farm episode?
I might be. Maybe a little vlog of sorts.
Well,
I'm going to be famous.
Indeed, you are.
And that's an important kind of. Oh, look, the gang's all here. Every last one of you.
Why, ain't it the little fella I've been looking for?
Are you sure I'm the little fella you've been looking for? Because I think that might be the little fella you've been looking for right there.
He is pretty little.
No! Why would I look for this feller? Did you steal my gold?
No.
No,
You've been with me all day. Listen. We're more like Robin Hood's men. We take from the rich and we give to the poor, and the poor just happens to be us.
Well, now you know who the poor is, Tiny. Me and my donkey.
What if we commit a deal?
What kind of deal are you talking about?
You ever wanted a life of crime?
No, I never did.
Oh, well, then there's no deal.
Oh, wait, all right. Wait a minute. You know what I'm going to go do, Tiny? I'm going to run out those doors. I'm going to run down the street. I'm going to run around the corner. And I'm going to tell the whole posse that you're in the saloon.
I got a better idea.
All right, let's hear it.
Why don't you tell them I'm in the other saloon?
There's another saloon?
Yeah. It's called the Golden Horseshoe.
I'm going to tell them you're in the Calico Saloon.
Will you at least give me enough time to get out of the Calico Saloon first?
Well, I'm going out that way.
But I was going to run out that way.
I'm going to run out that way. All right, hold on.
All right, I got a better idea. Not upstairs, all right?
All right.
Doc comes in here looking for me. Tell him I'm not here, all right? In fact, tell him that I'm far out of town. In fact, tell him that I'm just a figment of his imagination. And he's been drinking too much of Mother Murphy's Miracle Elixir, all right? Will you do that?
I will tell him all of those words exactly.
All right, thank you. I need you to remember it encyclopedically, inside your head. Got it. Okay, perfect.
This is like performance art. This is beautiful.
Exactly.
It'll be amazing.
I really hope they make this an annual thing and not just for the 75th.
To get like 20 people and do this at a theme park that you're not affiliated with.
You might get kicked out.
It's like a National Lampoon's Family Vacation thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's like 20 people all on the same dysfunctional vacation, and you interact with the same guests the whole dirt.
Tiny, give yourself up. I've been promised to go easy on you. I'll only hand you once.
I got a better idea. How about I only shoot you once?
Get him.
Come on, Mr. Win!
We got him.
We got him!
Everybody. Everybody raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly promise.
I do solemnly promise.
To give a fair and impartial verdict.
To give a fair and impartial verdict.
As long as I agree.
As long as I agree.
With Judge Roy B.
With Judge Roy B.
So help me.
So help me.
Perfect. All right.
Democracy.
Order in the court. This court is now in session.
All silent! The Honorable Judge Roy Bean presided.
Put up your hand. I'm free. Now, hold on. Now, how do the fair-minded citizens of Calico find the defendant? Not guilty or guilty?
Indeterminate.
Kill the beast.
I want to arrest my deputy. I'm sorry. Burn the witch. What? No. Burn the witch.
How come my traffic ticket didn't go like that?
Hey there, friend.
Hey, mister.
Now, I know you've done some horrible stuff. However, there's nothing I wouldn't do for a fan of one of my videos. So I think I have a way to bust you out.
Yeah?
All you have to do is hold up this sign. This sign right next to you. Wanted, not this fella. That's what you got. Oh, hello, sir.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Doing fantastic.
Excellent.
You know we have room for two in there, right?
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Well, I wouldn't want to keep you.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Wouldn't want to keep you away. That is a good defense.
How could I be guilty if I'm the fella that's not this fella?
It's not. It's airtight.
I think this fella ought to be my lawyer. Right?
Indeed. Your Tiny's lawyer. Where were you when he was being on trial?
I believe I was stuck in traffic. My horse threw a shoe.
Your horse threw a shoe?
Took forever to get it back to Payless. What did you need me to talk to the mayor?
Get me out on some kind of community service.
Some kind of community service work release. All right.
But I ain't never done anything productive or useful in my whole life, so you're going to have to come up with the task.
Gotcha.
Oh, sure.
What's your name again?
Tiny Mayfield.
Tiny Mayfield.
Short for Tinius.
Don't let them get to you. If they ask you to sign a confession, do not do it.
I can't even write, so that won't be a problem.
Excellent.
Wait, is this for real?
I'll just leave this here.
It's not that fella.
Some good deeds. We gotta think of some good deeds.
Do they have any sports here? I thought he could be a bench warmer. He's already sitting on a bench in there. Let him do it out in the sun.
He could be a seat filler.
He could help old ladies across the street.
He could redistribute well.
He could go to the schoolhouse and make all the kids feel smart.
Those railroad tracks look pretty dusty. He could sweep them.
If y'all have any ideas.
Do you have a town doctor?
Yeah, 2 of them actually.
We have 2 of them. Well, he can trade off between them performing medical experiments for him.
Wait, Tiny performing medical experiments?
Well, no,
he is
the subject of
test subject.
Test subject.
Okay.
And we thought the people on the Calico Mine train could use a bit of entertainment, so perhaps he could juggle dynamite for them.
That's strange and unusual punishment.
Indeed it is.
I'm not sure if I'm true to that kind of thing.
Only if he drops it.
We wouldn't light it.
Oh.
He might
Where's
like
the
it.
fun in that?
I spoke to the mayor, and thanks to my expert negotiation, I think if you do not stray from the path of righteousness, she might be able to let you out by the hoedown.
So I don't stray from the path of riotousness. I got it.
Not at all. Get in there, Laurie. He wants to have some private words with you.
Okay, then.
Oh, you've been locked up.
Very fantastic. There we go. Is that better? Did that make it better? Just so you can have a private conversation.
Of course.
Yes.
And this is not to be filmed, do you understand? So you don't have the camera on, correctly?
Of course not. I'm just pointing it in your direction.
All right, now, the red light means it's off.
Do you have any way of contacting loved ones from in here?
Well, I can shout really, really loud.
Okay.
Or I can throw a note, but I can't write. I could possibly tell my intentions to a squirrel of some kind.
All right. Sheriff?
Yes.
I think our chat is complete. We have discussed all we need to discuss. Thank
Good.
you.
Another 10 minutes to do.
Okay. We need to put up a poster of Rita Hayworth.
Okay.
And then we look at it every night to remind us that life is beautiful.
Right. How does that assist in the escaping part?
Well, I imagine that a tunnel between us and freedom will magically occur at some point within about 50, 60 years.
50, 60. Well, my sentence is for 25. So it must appear in the 25 point right in the middle of that 50 years. You're real smart, mister.
Indeed,
you know
I
all
am.
about the sciences.
Thank you. All right, I think we're free to go.
Thank you. So long, man.
And you are free to go.
I
You
am?
are free to go.
Well, I'll go right now then. Right back into here.
We were just about to break you out. I mean, just 5 more minutes.
Now, I may be just a small town jerk with a camera, but I do believe this man is doomed. Sheriff, you appear to have accidentally locked me outside the jail cell. May I be letting back in, please? I think what we need to do is we need to reroute the train tracks and get the train to knock over this entire building, and then we'll be free.
There's an idea.
You do have the powers of telepathy, correct? No. Do you have the powers of telekinesis?
Yeah, no.
All right.
Doing here?
Well, then I guess it'll be up to me. Did it work?
Stephanie? Wait, let's try again.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
Ah,
there you go.
There we go.
That done it?
It felt like a train. Sheriff, I believe we need to speak to the train bandits to get them to reroute and knock over this here shack so we can be let free.
This is the best you can come up with?
Well, thank you, sir.
Tiny.
Yeah?
You need a new lawyer.
I don't know about them folks at Knott Berry Farm. First they dig a swimming hole for a bunch of dancing dolphins and diving doggies and dancing doggies and diving dolphins and diving dancing doggies and dancing doggies and diving dolphins and diving doggies.
I'm gonna be famous.
Yes, that's American. They're speaking, and no, these Americans aren't American. They're
dancing dolphins.
Ghost Riders in
So we just rode this monstrosity, Ghost Rider.
This wooden monstrosity.
This nasty bitch.
Oh, now that was a ride.
It's a beast.
It's amazing.
It's about to collapse.
Big Thunder Mountain Railroads are a bunch of liars. That is the wildest ride in the wilderness. Thank you.
And that he ain't even drunk. That's sober truth there.
It's like if Big Thunder Mountain is like the Magnum 45 from the Dirty Harry movies, this is the unregistered, like...
This is a friggin' Desert Eagle.
This is the unregistered Desert Eagle with the serial numbers filed off. That's like taped behind the toilet in a mob, like, diner.
If Big Thunder Mountain is like a nice aged scotch, this is like bathtub gin with like, grandmama's bathwater.
Welcome to our wonderful Founders Day Hoedown, folks.
And when the day is through, gladly we will say there's been a hot time in Calico today. It's been a hot time in Calico today.
I wish I was less self-conscious and or more drunk.
Well, we can fix one of those right over here.
Well, that was Knott's Berry Farm. We are here at Mrs. Knott's Chicken Dinner, where we are about to enjoy a delicious Mrs. Knott's Chicken Dinner. A bit too many roller coasters for my tastes, and a bit too few like themed immersive rides, but the few themed immersive rides that are there are really amazing. Voyage to the Iron Reef was deliciously cheesy. And I hope Ghost Down Alive comes back again next year. I'm firing on half a brain cell at the moment, so I apologize for being so dark.
What did you think of the storyline stuff with the interactive characters?
I gotta admit, I was a little disappointed that the story itself was so cliche and trope-ridden, but hey, it's for kids, you know.
So you're the two who haven't been here since childhood. How did your memories affect your expectations?
I remember it being a lot bigger.
You know, my memory didn't affect my expectations that much. It's more the promotional materials I've been seeing. Because it's basically just like if Frontierland was half the park. Meeting that guy in the show who was a fan of mine, that was a trip.
And fun fact, he was actually, my introduction to him wasn't Knott's Berry Farm. It was, as I was working Halloween Horror Nights, he came up to me and said, "Hey, I'm a big fan of your show. Next time you go to Knott's, ride the train so I can rob you." Interesting way to introduce himself, but hey, I made it here.
He's probably watching this right now, so...
So hello, sir, we didn't catch your name because you had to stay in character,
But you made our day very special, thank you.
We caught your name was Tiny Mayfield, so we're going to look you up on Facebook now.
I gotta say, I did feel that the reference to the Golden Horseshoe is just for us.
Surprisingly few berries I got.
Well, we're getting it all in punch form.
The night is yet.
I know that Walter Knott named boysenberries after the guy who developed them at first, but he must have gotten some blowback from people who thought it sounded too much like poison berries.
I do remember when I first saw A Bug's Life as a kid.
Boysenberry.
I thought he said poisonberry. I'm like,
Then why are you eating it?
I thought that was a really morbid joke.
Like he's so hungry he'll even eat poison, or...
I mean, not even like hungry, it's just like, oh.
To be fair, I
Death
probably
is
would
delicious.
eat just about anything boysenberry because I maintain it's one of the best.
Then we need to go to the Boysenberry Festival.
Boysenberry wine, boysenberry barbecue sauce, boysenberry ketchup.
Everything Bubba said you can do with shrimp, you just replace it with boysenberry.
Yeah, pretty much.
Boysenberry stew, boysenberry salad.
And I'm not telling you what I thought of Knott's Berry Farm because I'm still working on my own videos about it.